Hello there. My name is Dr. Kishola Tokumbaluko. Today's topic is going to be on business model canvas. Business model canvas. What does business model canvas mean? We will be looking into the definition of business model canvas, the impact of business model canvas to an organization, the 9 steps of business model canvas, and how this works. Is Business model canvas can be designed, be defined as a way of communicating. It's more of a customer centered service portfolio, whereby it showcases the strategy of developing communication to for both your staffs, your customers, your competitors, in general, your stakeholders. How does it work? It's been around for a while, and it's an excellent tool, a business tool that is being used to analyze, visualize your business ideas and how your business is well communicated to the customers. We talked about the 9 steps. It talks about the first step of the 9 structure of business model canvas. First one is key activities. What are the activities that organization put into motions to connect effectively with their customers? The second one talks about the value proposition. The third one talks about customer relationship, how you build relationship between you and your customers, how you use your product to channel a way of building strong relationship between your organization and your customers. We talk about your key partners. Who are your key partners? What are the key activities you engage yourself in? We talk about segmentation, customer segmentation. We talk about key resources. We talk about the channels. We're also going to be looking at the cost of structure, which happens to be a very important one, because one, you need to know the cost that will involve when you are trying to put all these things in motion. And the last one, but not the least, talks about the revenue stream. When you're talking about revenue stream, you be considering what value are you as an organization trying to impact, or what value are you trying to give your customers? How would they prefer to be satisfied? What happens to be the current level of satisfaction, and how you can build on that? That actually gives us a wrap idea, or an encapsulated idea of what the business model canvas is. Let's take it from the first one. I not in any particular order per se, but looking at it like from the key partners. Who are your key partners? Who are the key partners that actually add value to your organization? Who are the key partners that actually complement what you do, both on services and goods or products? How does their partnership impact on you and your customers? How does their partnership, see to the delivery of your vision and mission as an organization? Organization seems to use this a lot. It's called, at times, it can be called strategic alliances. What kind of strategic alliances impact on your organization? Let's use an example. A key example I will be using is Facebook and Skype. If you're a person that does Skype video calls, definitely you're in between using both Facebook and Skype, because they've got a relationship, they've got a partnership that is actually well structured, that is delivering a significant or a meaningful service to their customers. The next one, we talk about the activities. The activities talks about the distribution channels. Your distribution channels, whereby you try to understand how you communicate, how you connect with your customers based on the relationship you're trying to build, the revenue stream, the production line, and how you can help them in solving their problems using different activities, such as probably online marketing, such as internet marketing, and all kind of avenue, all kind of channels. Another one, the next one talks about the value proposition, which we've one time talked about. It talks about how you had values, how you deliver values, how you are able to use your your product, your services, in creating significant values to your customers, how it also flows back to you in the sense whereby you're looking at the feed forward, which impacts significantly on how you re-impute the feedback from your customers and using the feed. The next one we're looking at on the business model canvas is customer segmentation. No, before customer segmentation, let's look at customer relationship. What kind of relationship have you built with between yourself as an organization and your customers? Have you been able to communicate effectively with them? Have you been able to communicate the vision and mission of the organization, what the organization stands for, the values, the ideas, the aim, the objectives, how you're able to, synergize all this together in creating values to them, how you are able to, put all this together in trying to, all in their best interest. It's all about customer driven, or should I say, stakeholders driven, whereby you create a meaningful environment, a cozy environment for your customers to see. Okay, yes, that gives them a way of, should I call it security, for them to believe in what you do, for them to believe in your ideas, for them to believe in how you are able to, resonate the business model to the outside work or your stakeholders or the outside work in particular. So all these things are things that actually help organization to see how you are able to meet the demands or exceed customers' expectation. Customers are looking, they want organization to perform. They want to be able to feel very confident and, find a way of repeating something called more or less like brand loyalty. They want to see how they can create a loyalty to showcase other people that yes, they believe and, should I say, affiliate with a particular brand. Those are the things organization try to put into consideration to see how this are being, pictured properly to their stakeholders. And the next one, yeah, which happens to be customer segmentation. Customer segmentation. What kind of products? What happens to be the lifestyle? What happens to be the kind of customers we're trying to communicate to? What happens to be their wants? How can we meet their wants? Who are the most important customers? All customers are important, to be sincere, but all the same, you need to be able to segment them, put them on based on categories to be able. That gives you a leverage in understanding, in getting the picture of how to satisfy each and everyone in the film or in the cluster. So if you are able to do that as an organization effectively, you wouldn't have a problem. When we got the lower class, low income earners, we got the mid income earners, we got the high income earners. How can you allow all these people fit into everything you do? That gives you an understanding in understanding your in getting clarity on your generic strategy. Who are you there to satisfy? Who are you there to communicate to? Next one, let's go to key resources. What are the resources that can allow you as an organization in meeting all these things, in meeting the key activities, in meeting whoever your key partners are, the value proposition, the customer relationship idea, the customer segmentation? What are the resources you need to put into motion? Is it technology? Is he investing more in people, as in your employees? Is he investing more in disruptive innovation like AIs, like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, like Internet of Things, and to mention a few? How can you use all this? Because they happen to be key resources that can be used to create values, to add into the into satisfying or exceeding your customers expectation. What are the channels? How do you put all this thing into motion? Through which channel do our customers segmented or segmentation wants to be pleased? How can you just position it properly? How can you allow this? Because what you need to understand the channels, the process. How do we communicate to them? Is it through Instagram? Because not all customers, not excuse me, not all of your stakeholders happen to be on Instagram, happen to be on Facebook, happen to be on uh Skype or something. But one thing you need to understand is what channel, what model. That is why segmentation happens to be very important. So it gives you clarity about the channels. The next one in in is talking about cost structure. What are the most important costs that you're going to be, incurring when you're talking about your business model? Which resources happen to be the most important? As in, businesses are being categorized one from the birth stage to the infant stage to the growth stage to the developed stage and what have you. So you need also to the mature state. So one, you need to understand that what resources, what would be the cost of the resources that will be infused when you're just giving birth to to the organization? What would not be the one? What would be the resources when it comes to nurturing it? That is the infant stage, the growth and development stage, the mature stage. These categories requires different kind of resources. Looking at it from another angle, you talk about the revenue stream. For what value are our customers really willing to pay? What values? We need to understand what extent at which our customers are ready to get devoted. What are the wants? Could it be quality? Could it be time based on our delivery? It could be anything. But as an organization, you need to understand this. So if you are able to understand clearly how your current stakeholders are able to imbibe and impact into your organization, it will give you a very structured and well positioned way of meeting their needs or exceeding their needs. Thank you. I want to believe we've actually come to the end of business model canvas, and I think this is quite impactful and interesting. Please have a good evening.